Hey folks, hi, this is Gigi. Hope you're all doing well. Today, it's actually Monday because Gigi's going to be doing Money Monday. Isn't that cute? Isn't that clever? Just saying. We're still going to be doing the same thing except we're going to be doing it on Monday because I guess it rhymes with money. Money Monday. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Anyway, still going to be the chat, still the same format, just moving it over today because I like the name. And you know, this is Gigi's Place. You're more than welcome to stay. I hope you do. But, you know, I got to change it up every once in a while. All right, so hold on. Now it's Gigi. Got my purple glasses on. What was I thinking? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and count some money. Lots of things to talk about. I want to give you an update what's going on with my freaking knee and where we're at with that and what I'm thinking of doing and chat about whatever else you folks want to talk about and whatever I want to talk about. But let's go ahead and see how much money we're going to be cashing or dropping in right now, okay? I did pay off the ambulance. It was not $524, it was $564. So that's paid. And I was able to get the bulk of that money out of one of the envelopes here. So let's go ahead and put some money down. And if you remember correctly, we did finish up. So folks, forgot to tell you, we're having a frap, chocolate frap, made with a big dog. I like it. He likes it. So that's good. Anyway, we did clear off another one of the challenges in the Ultimate Book of Sammy's challenges. So we're going to go ahead and start a new one today. But let's go ahead and first see how much money we got going on here. But like I was saying, we were able to pay off our that $564 bill. So that's good. Got my little list of what we're going to do today. And then I'm going to be introducing a new savings challenge because, you know, no matter what, you got to keep moving forward. Things are always going to happen. Things will come up because that's just life. So let's go ahead and see how much money we're doing today. Okay, ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Woohoo! 213. That's a nice number for this week. That's right. Next week should be a good number because we got one more check for this week. 213. Okay, that's good. So let's go ahead. And we finished this one, and I dropped this money into the $50 into the money for the ambulance. So we're going to go ahead and start our $100 challenge. We're going to start off small. I think I designated 10 to go in here. And let me try out these fancy new pens. I've been trying to find last week when I used the pens, oh my gosh, it's so dark. I don't want them to bleed through. I learned, and anybody out there who knows this to be right or wrong, correct me, is that either water-based or acrylic pens don't bleed into the paper. And, you know, I do planners too, and I would like to put color in there, but I don't want it bleeding onto the other side of the planner. So anyway, let's go ahead and color a 10. Let's see. So what do these points look like? Okay. Oh, I don't know. That's, I guess, a chisel. Let me see. What's the other side look like? Oh yeah, we'll use this one. Okay. We'll do 10. Oh, here's a 10 right here. Oh, that's not bad. And we'll go ahead and mark the date that I'm starting this. That's not bad at all. Let's just see. Oh, not too bad. Well, you know, I was not too bad. Okay, well, we'll work with these and see how these work. See how dark these are? Okay. Oh, sorry, Gigi. I know. Slow down, Gigi. Slow down. All right. Put this back. Put your tools back where they belong. Okay. And we're going to do update it. So I hope you folks are all doing well. Weather's been so nice. I was able to get out and work on my, today's Friday, my garden a little bit. Me and Big Dog made some changes. And so I was pleased because Gigi has not been able to do much of anything lately. And I'm not happy about it. But you know, I'm just going to push through because you just got to deal with it. All right, put my $10 inside. This is our envelope for that book. Put $10 in there. So I think I left you all say that I needed to get an MRI. And on my knee, it's actually my right knee that's always been my good knee. Well, it ain't so good right now anymore. My left knee is the knee I messed up when I was a kid playing baseball. That's a whole other story. Anyway. Went into the doctor. Wish I had something stronger than this. Went into the doctor. She says I've got thinning of cartilage. I guess they go up to 4 grades. I'm at a grade 3, I guess, as far as whatever issues there are with the cartilage. So she says usually the doctors or the surgeons don't like to mess with a grade 3 because I guess it's so close to a 4 they're not going to do anything with it. And she says I have a tear in there. So dilemma. Because I'm supposed to fly out to see my Charlie for her 7th birthday. I'm flying out May 9th. So I told the doc, I got a birthday party to go to. My baby girl's gonna be 7 years old. I can't pass that up. So I'm flying out the 9th. I'm gonna get a steroid shot because the gel shots aren't working. They didn't work. Boo-hoo. So I was gonna do 2 of these. I'll put 30 in here. 20. And there's no guarantee it's gonna work. I'm hoping it's gonna work. Because I really want to go see my girl. But we'll find out on the 6th. So she says, take Advil. So I'm taking that twice a day. Ice my knee and take it easy. That's easy for her to say. Or I should say, that's easy for you to say, Doc. Because Gigi's not used to doing that. Like I was telling Big Doc, I got too much shit I got to do. Let me just taking it easy. And I find it very frustrating to just sit. I haven't gone to the gym. She doesn't want me doing that. I haven't taken my Luna out for a walk. Give me a walk. Can't do that. Take my mom shopping. I told my mom, I still got to take care of stuff, Mom. Come on, let's go. So when I did that, we're going to go ahead and drop. I think I was going to do 2 on here. So let's do 45 and 35. Let's see, what was the other one? Well, here, this is going to be a big one. So let's drop this one first. So we did that. And really, I'm going to have to start using different colors. I haven't done much else. Because it's just so, my mama says, money don't matter. You better take care of your health. You got to figure out these pins first. It's like, oh, I see. So, well, I don't know. But I can't figure out which was anyway, that's my problem. You got to take care of your health. And I thought I was, but my knee had other ideas of what it wanted to do. But, I'm still getting up. What I don't like when I get up and I feel just like that. It's like, oh man, don't tell me it's still going to be that kind of day. But you can't let that thought. I don't know what's going on with this camera. You can't let that thought be the only thing that carries you through. Because there's a lot of other stuff that you just got to get through. You got to take care of. And it looks like this camera's going to go down again. So I'm going to change. I'm just use my other phone here. And because I'm not done talking. Or nor am I done dropping money. And here goes. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. I'm hoping I didn't have time to. So I want to finish talking to you folks. And, anyway. Let's start over. Let's go ahead and drop the $60. Anyway, like I was saying, you hate starting off your morning when you hit the floor. It's like, okay, what kind of morning that's going to be? What kind of day is that going to be? And you can't let that shit stay in your head. Because if not, it can control your whole day. You don't want to do that. Okay, so I did that. I still have not done this one. So let's go ahead and drop something in there. So I get up. Big Dog makes the coffee. Okay. That's just going to have to work. See the fan. Anyway, you can't let that kind of stuff just drive you crazy. Because you don't want that to set your mood for the day. Because what fun is that? So you try to do the best with what you can. And you move forward. Because nothing else changes. You're still here. You still got stuff you got to take care of. So just get it done and do the best you can. All right, let's do 45. Do I have any extra? Oh, there, let's see here. 20. Do I have 45? Yeah, I got 45. And just take one day at a time. Am I frustrated? Yeah, because Gigi don't like just not being able to do whatever the hell she wants to do. but moaning and groaning about it. And I don't think I'm moaning and groaning here. I'm just stating to you folks what's going on in Gigi's life and what she's doing to get past it. And my things, I'm trying to have a positive attitude about it because I know I have a goal. My goal is to be able to go to see my girl for her 7th birthday. That's my goal. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of stalling everything off, because this is going to be the next step. If that shot don't work, I may not be going back east, and I'm not going to be happy about that. But Gigi's got to take care of herself too, because if I go back there and that shot's not working, kid's going to prop me in a corner and say, okay, Mom, go ahead and sit there for a while. No. So either I go to Pittsburgh or I'm going to the orthopedic surgeon. Wow. Yeah, I'd much rather be going to a 7-year-old birthday party. That's kind of like where we're at right now. So I did 60 in here. So let's see how much money I have left here. Oh, we're going to get $8 to Big Dog. Oh, we got a little bit of money here. $8 to Big Dog. So here's... should we give him more? What do you think? Let's go ahead and give him 2. Let's give him $16. Okay, Big Dog, you got a little bit. Everybody said give you some more. Okay, I'll give you a couple extra. So, my appointment to go in to get that shot to 6. And I'll be calling my son. Man, that's really dark. And I'll be calling my son prior to that to kind of let him know, hey, Neil, this is where we're at. Because sometimes life just happens, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. And I want to be able to enjoy lots of other things, so I need to get this taken care of. So either I can stall it, or I'll end up having to take care of it one way or the other. But, you know, I've had 2... A friend of mine, her husband has had knee replacement. 2 really good friends of mine had a knee replacement. One had some type of issues with hers, but she's fine now. It's a year later, and she says, it's so great. And then I've had another friend of mine that she had her 2nd knee replacement, and she said, and she bounced back from that 2nd knee replacement a whole lot faster than the first one. I was surprised how well she's been doing. Okay, so let's see here. We got a little bit of money here. 20. How about we put 30? Put 30 on our Christmas. And using purple? We'll do purple. It's probably gonna be really dark. Anyway, yeah, it is. Oh well. So that's what's going on with Gigi. As far as right now, let me see if I can see that. Yeah, I can see it barely. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the date when I started that challenge on the other one. I got all confused. So I'll put 30 in here. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, this is what I was going to do. I was going to go ahead and start a new challenge since we're just about done with our $1,000 challenge that we paid the... Did I put money in here? Yeah, I did. We put 45. You know what? Let's see. How much money do I have here? Because I thought I was only put 5 in that other one. So let's see. Where else going to drop money at? No, he got 2. You're not going to drop any money in there. No, we'll just save it for next week. So this one, we're going to put a 5. And let's do a yellow. I haven't used yellow in a while. So since I'm getting ready to close out that $1,000 challenge, we're gonna go big, go home. We're going $5,050 and $100 envelope challenge. I like doing these. I've already completed. I know I did one for Aruba. I did a $2,000 one for Aruba as well. $2,000 and I've done 2 $5,000 ones. So we're gonna go ahead. I don't. Well, this is slowly. Don't look at that. Don't look at my $10,000 one. So anyway, that's got very, very low traction. When I get half of anything saved in there, I'm going to pull it up. Right now, it's very, very low traction. But we can do something with this right now. So let's put the date that I started it. I'm quite excited about this because, like I said, I've had really good luck with these $5,000 ones. So today is April 24th, 26th, and we started with $5. There we go. And we'll see. Oh, do I have an envelope over here? Yeah, this one. Because that's going to be my secondary page for Christmas, and there's nothing in it, so I will put it over here. A little checkerboard one over here. That's cool. Put that in there. And do that. And that. I think this Christmas I did Christmas. Oh, not that much. No, I've only got $16. I put his in there. Well, I'll just save it for next week. That's all. Not a big deal. But I think that's all what we're dropping today. I think I just wanted to... Let me go ahead and shut this little camera off. Okay, there we go. So I think that's all that we're going to talk about today. I wanted to at least share with you what was going on. And like I said, knock on wood, I'll be able to get back east. But, let's be real here. I injured my left knee when I was 13 at a family picnic. And it wasn't taken care of at that time. But then again, it's just something that I've kind of like dealt with and I'm taking care of. And it was fine. And I probably didn't start using braces on it till I was probably about... I was probably a young adult. I'm thinking... I don't remember wearing braces in my teens. I don't remember wearing the braces in my 20s. I'm thinking when I had kids, I felt that by that time, it would come out of place every now and then. Let me see if I can fix this so you guys look like. That looks a little better. It would come out of place every now and then. And my array of glasses. What is that back there? And so probably when I had my kids, I started wearing the brace. And the brace worked fine. And my left knee never had an issue on my right knee. And then, but every once in a while, if I would just hit it just right, there was a spot right there on my right knee. If I hit it just right, it come out of place. And take a couple of Advil and wrap it. I'd have braces that I would wear, and I'd be fine. And I managed that all that time until probably about 2 years ago. Then it just wasn't working. So when I went back, and I'm sharing this information because as we get older, because I am 67, the reality is your body starts squawking back. Like Big Dog says, things that you did when you were in your youth, when you were younger, will come back. And they'll start talking to you. And that's kind of what's been going on right now. They were talking to me. But my right knee had always been pretty quiet. It's always pretty quiet. Never really had an issue with it. So I went for the gel shots. And the gel shots had really worked, really, really well. I was able to get back to the gym. I was able to walk the dog. I was able to do whatever I wanted to do. Didn't stop me from doing anything. Traveled, did the whole thing. Great. But this last time, before I went to Texas, because it always seemed right before I traveled, because that's kind of when it all started. And then this last time I went to Texas, I had the shots maybe 3 weeks before I went out there. And the knees were better, but they were just still a little stiff. I felt the gel shots weren't working as well, but I did get some relief, so I was fine with it. So I went, had a great time, saw my baby girls, saw my Morgan, and saw my Teddy. I attended their 1 and 2 year old birthday party. So I had a great time. Visited my daughter, my son-in-law. Had a great time. I miss those babies. Anyway, so but by the time I came Friday, I started feeling something in my right knee. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, And then by Saturday, when I flew back, Big Dog could see I was uncomfortable. I was just uncomfortable. And I'm look, I suck it up. I'm not a complainer. Just tough it out, take care of business. And like my mom says, yeah, you can do that, but you gotta be able to, listen to your body, and you gotta ask for help. Blah blah blah. Okay, mom. Okay, 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 okay. Got it, mom. So, not that she said that, but maybe that's why you hear it. Sorry, mom. I'm just saying. So, uh, when I by the time and then she had a PT appointment on Monday, I go, oh my gosh, it was so uncomfortable. But like I told my mom, I got shit to do, mom. Got to take care of business. Still got to get out here, do what I got to do. So, but that was uncomfortable. And then I was able to get in to see the doctor that same week as well. And that's when she suggested, it hasn't been 6 weeks for those shots, the gel shots, because they take really an effect after 6 weeks. So I said, okay. She goes, so let's just wait to see how that goes. And she says, but I am going to take an x-ray and I am going to do an MRI. So we looked at the x-ray, and the space the space between the bones, in your knee, you got because it's a hinge, it pivots and all that kind of stuff. So the space, hardly any change from what I could see, from what she could see as well. So that's and she was still sending me over to MRI. Well, the MRI came over the weekend, and this sports doctor, really like her. And she called me right away. I know she was in lunchtime, like, sound like she was eating. Sorry, doc. But anyway, she said, well, this is what we got going on. You got an old injury. It looks like you got a tear in your meniscus something. And there is thinning of the cartilage, and it looks like it's grade 3. That's pretty moderate. She goes, even a grade 3, the orthopedic surgeons don't even want to look at it. Okay. So she says, why don't you come in? Because she knows that I want to get to Pittsburgh. So she knows this. So she's working with me right now. So she says, when are you flying out again? I go, I'm flying out May 9th. She goes, well, I can get you. She goes, because I know you want to try to make that trip. How about if we get you in here on the 6th? Okay. And then take the shots, and then we'll see how you do then. She goes, because she really doesn't really want to go. She goes, if the shot can at least get you to Pittsburgh and get you to come back with some relief, that's great. That's what we want to try to do. But if not, well, then you know what we got to do. Okay, doc. So that's why I'm kind of just lingering, doing what I can around the house. I did just, like I said, did some gardening. I'm so happy I was able to do that. But it's as you get older, they're already, and I'm sharing this because at 67 years old, there's a lot of females that I think that are out there listening to me that are over 60. Why do I have so much? Hold on. Okay, that's just going to drive me crazy because I can see the reflection. And because my setup is so off today, because I'm not using the other camera, it's just like driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm going to pretend I don't see it. So don't look at it, okay? I'm just saying, don't look at it, you won't see it. Because I'm going to try not to look at it. Anyway, the reason why I'm even sharing this information with you folks, being 67, female, I'm thinking there are other females out there that are going through the same thing. And sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's easy. But I think just like with any other type of situation that comes along, your attitude and the way you want to take it on will determine how well you do. I've never been one, like I've said before, woe is me. No, that's not me. I'd rather just push through. Let's see what we can do. Let's get it done. I want to do this. Let me try to do this. If I can't do this, I know reality is going to sink in. I'm like, I won't be able to do that, so I'm going to have to do this and just take care of that shit and then get on going. That's it. I've never been one to kind of, it's like, I know the inevitable is coming. I know that eventually I'm going to have it to get a knee replacement. And I'm going to have to get two. I know that. I wasn't expecting the issue with my right knee, but surprise. So it's just how you want to do it. Because my goal was to get to Like I was at church one day, and I remember my boy, he was standing next to me, he was probably about 15 or 16. And the priest says, "You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans." I've always, I've always thought that was funny, or I've always remembered that priest saying, "There was a young priest," and I was like, "Wow, that's a good one. I'm gonna remember that one." And I remember looking at my boy, and he's just like, "What?" But I think a lot of it has to do with attitude and how you wanna take it on, how you wanna deal with it. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, now look, like I said, I get out of bed, it's like, okay, so I could be all day long, but that's not good for Big Dog. That's not good for my Luna. That's not good for my mom. And really, it ain't good for me. So get up, get past it. Because once I put weight on it, it tells me I'm here. But I get up, take care of business, have my coffee, get in the shower, and keep moving. Because just all those little things are choices that I have made already in the morning that will help me have a better day. And this is just a situation that's temporary that you got to deal with, but you're doing something about it, so you keep moving forward. That's just it. If you're in a situation or you have a problem and maybe it can't be resolved as quickly as you like, but you are doing something about it, even if it's teeny tiny little steps, that means you're moving a step closer to the situation being resolved. And it doesn't always happen in the time that we want it to happen. And we should have learned that by now, but we always don't, because we think sometimes we're smarter, or sometimes we think that we can get past it, a different way. No, 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 no. You got to go this way. So there's a lot of ways that we try to fool ourselves just because we're human. We're people. We think we're smarter than a whole lot of the stuff that's going on out there. But the thing is that at the end of the day, that stuff will happen to us that we didn't plan for. And the way we deal with it says more about us than about the situation. Or the way somebody comes at us and the way we handle that situation says more about us than the person that came at us to begin with. Because now, don't get caught up in what they're throwing at you if it's not in your best interest. Just come out. That's all you got to do. Now, I can't do this with this right now. But what I can do is, like I said, get up, do what I can, have a positive attitude, get my coffee, take my shower, get ready for the day, see what I can do. And even if it's outside, like I told Big Dog after I was outside, I was he was out there helping me, transplanting some plants, just doing the little things that do, it just felt good to be outside. And if that's all it is, just go outside. Just like you said, you got that vitamin D today. Just get that vitamin D. And the days have been so nice out here lately. The weather's been really nice. It's only been the 80s, a little breeze. It's keeping it kind of cool. So it's been really, really nice to be able to sit out there and just enjoy the day. Maybe that's what I needed, just to slow down, take a breath. It's going to be okay. Because I know it's going to be okay. At the end of the day, I know it is. But it's just something you got to get through, and I got to go through, just like there's probably other people out there that are going through similar situations and not the same. But like I said, don't let it, like I was talking to my daughter last week, and, she had stuff, she's a young mom, she's a working mom, been there, done that. And I told her, Mija, you're making it this big, Mia. Bring it down. It doesn't need to be this big, because the road's not that big. Just bring it down. Because if you bring it down, it's more manageable. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, I know, what I have to do, what the consequences are if I don't, how I need to take care. All this stuff I know. I can let it get this big, but you know what? I can only take care of this stuff right now. This is all I can take care of. And you know what? I feel good that I'm taking care of just that. Because if I don't take care of just this little piece of it, all this can go, who knows what will happen. That's what I'm saying. Just try to lean in on the little first, your beginning steps, and you'll be surprised how much further they take you. Hey, that sounded pretty good. So on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this Money Monday. Money Monday. Money Monday. I think we're calling it Money Monday, aren't we? I think that's it for today, folks. I just kind of want to show you what's going on. So next week, I would not have known what's going on with my knee yet. I've got another week before that. I will be talking to my son next week. He's in Chicago right now, so I will kind of give him a heads up as to what's going on. I'm looking forward to that conversation, but Mom's got to do what Mom's got to do, and so does Gigi. So we'll do that. I'll be dropping some more money, talk about the week, let you know how I'm doing, and then the following week, we'll see what happens. So until then, folks, you have a good one. Remember, Gigi always says, tits up, hang tough. You got it. See ya. Ciao.
We're getting ready, getting ready at the dance floor. So turn the lights on. You know just what we're here for. We're moving like